In our Sunrise Smart Start, today marks the 2-year anniversary of the Rochester police incident that led to Daniel Prude's death.
The 41-year-old black man from Chicago was suffering from an apparent mental health crisis when police responded March 23, 2020. Police body camera footage from that night showing Prude naked and handcuffed with a spit bag over his head. Officers were seen pushing his head into the ground before he was eventually taken to the hospital. 7 days later, Prude was pronounced dead. An autopsy determined his death a homicide. The body camera footage was not released until several months later, sparking protests in the fall of 2020. No officers ultimately were charged in the Prude incident. The city of Rochester is taking legal action against the store where police say an underage girl was raped Saturday after being locked inside by 2 store clerks.
Rochester Mayor Malik Evans announced immediate action to ensure 95 Central Park is no longer a venue for illegal activity. The mayor's office contacted the owner who rented the space to one of the suspected rapists. That owner says the store is closed for the next 6 months. Rochester police confirm the store is currently padlocked and not operating. Both men arrested are being held without bail and will be in court for a preliminary hearing on Friday morning.
A man was shot after an attempted carjacking overnight.
Police responded to Varden Street and Richland Street, and they found a 26-year-old male there who had been shot. Police learned it happened during an attempted carjacking attempt, but the car was not stolen. The man's injuries are non-life-threatening. An investigation is currently ongoing. Well, the person dead after a fatal crash in Parma Sunday night has been identified. 52-year-old Stephen Nealand of Lockport was hit by 34-year-old James Jacobs of North Carolina on Route 104 between Hinkleyville Road and Trimmer Road. Jacobs was arrested and will be charged with DWI and vehicular manslaughter. Turning now to an update on a controversial speaking engagement at SUNY Brockport next month.
Anthony Bottom, known as Jaleel Muntaqim, murdered 2 New York City police officers back in the 1970s. School officials now say they do not support categorizing Bottom as a political prisoner. They also say there will be no funds from the school to finance his visit. However, they say an anonymous donor has come forward to pay Bottom an undisclosed amount of money. SUNY Brockport officials are also giving students the option to skip class on April 6th, the day of the event, due to the potential for a large police presence on campus. To the war in Ukraine this morning, a senior U.S. defense official saying Russian ground forces are largely stalled outside Kyiv, though fighting persists in the suburbs and other cities.
The suburbs of Ukraine's capital are believed to be key to Russia's military objective. Ukrainian officials say they regained control of a suburb northwest of Kyiv. Meanwhile, officials also confirmed 3 other suburbs in that same area were partially taken by Russian forces. More than 3.5 million people have now fled the country, and Western leaders are expected to introduce new sanctions against Russia shortly. Meanwhile, a local organization here in Rochester is donating medical supplies for Ukraine. Rock Maidan is launching an Amazon registry list where you can go to help out.
Eriquetta Cost is live this morning with more on these ongoing efforts. Eriquetta, good morning.
Good morning. They're asking the community for help with some expensive emergency tactical equipment, things you can't find in a CVS or a Target. And as you mentioned, all of those are on that registry list. Things like tourniquets, heavy-duty bandages, and trauma wound seals. Elena Delay with Rock Maidan says the support from the community has already been incredible. Since launching the registry on Monday, there's been several purchases already, and any monetary donation helps as well, no matter the amount. If you're interested in helping out, head over to Amazon.com, click on the accounts and lists in the top right corner, and search Rock Maidan in the registrant bar for their custom gift list. Delay says many of the volunteers have family and friends over in Ukraine now and are incredibly fearful each day.
Some have friends and family in cities that have been affected the most, like Sumy and Chernihiv. Some report that, husband and an older son would stay and fight, and the wife was able to be relocated to Western Ukraine. Unfortunately, this is not a sprint, it's a marathon. And it doesn't look like the war will be ending anytime soon, sadly and unfortunately. So really, we appreciate the help and support.
Delia says Monroe County has also been incredibly gracious. They donated 5 ambulances, all stocked with these emergency medical kits. And she says, again, any support from the community, no matter how big or small, goes a long way. In Webster, Erica Cost, News 8.
Every little bit helps. Erica, thank you. For more on how you can donate, head to rochesterfirst.com.
Well, all right, James, pretty clear morning. I mean, not clear. It's cloudy, I should say, but at least clear in terms of rain. But it is on the way, isn't it?
Yeah, right now we're getting kind of a little appetizer, a light appetizer, just some sprinkles outside. This is nothing compared to, as you said, what will happen tonight. We expect more downpours later this evening. And this graphic definitely tells a lot. We know it'll be mild. We'll get to around 50, but note the rain chances as they ramp up through the evening. Best chance for rain overnight, midnight, 1, 2 a.m. That's when we could see some downpours move through the region. We'll take a look at the 8-day forecast and check out the bus stop forecast at the end of the show. Mark?
James, thank you. Let's check the roads right now with our sunrise traffic. Live view of 390. No issues to speak of there. No accidents on 490 or 590 as well. So as you head out the door, should be a pretty smooth commute this morning. Well, in other news, Supreme Court nominee Ketanji Brown Jackson is back for another day of hearings.
Rashad Hudson has more from Washington, D.C.
Good morning. For a second day, Judge Jackson's life as a judge will be put under the spotlight as her confirmation hearing moves forward.
I care deeply about our Constitution.
The Senate Judiciary Committee's questions focus largely on Judge Ketanji Brown Jackson's nearly 10 years on the federal bench.
I am committed to serving as an even-handed Supreme Court justice.
But South Carolina Senator Lindsey Graham was more interested in her faith.
Do you attend church regularly?
Well, Senator, I am reluctant to talk about my faith in this way.
I am convinced that whatever faith you have and how often you go to church, it will not affect your ability to be fair.
Republicans like Missouri Senator Josh Hawley have tried to paint Jackson as soft on crimes against children.
I am questioning your discretion, your judgment. That's exactly what I'm doing.
Democrats pushing back, saying Republicans' arguments are false, and Senate Majority Leader Chuck Schumer criticized their line of questioning on the Senate floor.
Republicans showed they don't have a plan for addressing Judge Jackson on her merits. So they expended a lot of ink and paper pushing arguments that range from irrelevant to downright misleading.
And the White House says so far President Biden has been impressed with Judge Jackson's performance during the hearings. Reporting in Washington, Rashad Hudson, back to you.
Rashad, thank you. And if nominated, Jackson would be the 3rd black justice and the 6th woman on the court.
Let's find out what some folks will be talking about at the water cooler this morning. A private investigator says a drug kingpin had Baseball Hall of Famer David Ortiz shot at a nightclub in his native Dominican Republic back in 2019. You may recall this. Former Boston Police Commissioner Ed Davis telling the Boston Globe he has identified drug trafficker Cesar Peralta as the person who placed a bounty on Ortiz and ordered a hit squad in an attack that nearly killed the slugger. Peralta's lawyer denies those claims. Peralta has not been charged in connection with that shooting on Ortiz, who did survive the shooting, but obviously it was touch and go for a while there. So scary situation, to say the least.
Yeah, I remember that. It was certainly a surprise when we heard the news. So definitely going to keep tracking that as we track the forecast here. A nice looking sunrise we've got over Lake Ontario. How about that? Not bad. We're getting treated with this overcast, light rain in the southern tier and just into the Finger Lakes. But for most, we've just got the clouds hanging out with us. Temperatures 36 degrees. It feels like the upper 20s, but that number should be increasing. Bus stop forecast, it's definitely worth the winter jacket this morning. We'll hang out in the 40s this afternoon, eventually topping out around 50 later today. And then the rain showers really start to pick up as we get into the overnight. Thursday, it's mild, upper 50s there, but we just continue to tumble Friday, Saturday, and Sunday down into the 40s and eventually into the 30s. You know, we had such a nice warm stretch. It kind of felt like we were going to get bitten at some point before we start to turn into. Did you guys get that feeling, that sense that there was going to be one more taste?
I get the feeling it's in like a lion, out like a lion. That's the feeling I'm getting.
Sounds like Rochester.
All right, James, thank you. And thank you so much for watching News 8 at Sunrise.
Our next update in 30 minutes. CBS Mornings is up next. Have a great day.